Good morning, everybody. This is SuzyQ and SuzyQ's book club. Today, I really don't have anything to read to you, but you know what? I was just contemplating, just in general, what's been going on, and I know I have to be very careful as to what I say because, Big Brother, AI, algorithms and crazy stuff, the censorship of social media and everything. Of course, it's being pushed by the people up above. The people in the White House, or supposed to be in the White House. They are using our social media to control our thinking, to control the narrative, to, deem anyone who does not agree with their narrative or is not promoting their narrative as being disinformation, misinformation, or whatever. No. What's happening is that anyone that has critical thinking, that uses critical thinking and asks questions about the blanket narrative that is being presented to us, we're labeled as conspiracy theorists. Well, I just want to know the truth, and I do not believe that the government has our best interests at heart. I do not believe pharmaceutical companies have our best interest at heart. I do not believe that celebrities in Hollywood or celebrities in whatever field I do not believe they have the people's best interest at heart. I believe they have their own interest at heart. I believe they have their own agenda that is primary over the average person like you and I. That's why we have such an onslaught of things coming at us from every direction, between the you-know-what that came from you-know-where that has infected everybody, to their solution for it, the stick, to the critical race theory that they're trying to shove down our throats, to condemning those of us who do not buy into their narratives. I mean, it's all over the place. They are going full steam ahead, trying to divide and destroy the fabric of our nation. This is intentional. Make no mistake. There is a plan and an agenda that's been in place for many years to bring America down so that they can create this global government, this globalist government. And the way they did it, they've already planned it. There's documents to prove it for years. They have it down. They've got documents that state step by step how they're going to do it. And you know what? Everything that they said in these documents is actually happening now. It's happening down from the thing that shut us down this last year, to the solution to it, to all the steps they did. Everything was in writing 10 years ago. Okay? They've been planning this, and you can call me a conspiracy theorist if you don't want to go do your own homework and find it for yourself and research it for yourself, because it's out there. All you have to do is do a little bit of critical thinking, which they don't want you to critically think anything. They're going to call you a conspiracy theory if you use your mind and you say, wait a minute, something doesn't add up, or let me research this for myself. They don't want you to do that. That's why they didn't want the slaves to learn how to read, because they would elevate themselves and they would not have power. The masters would not have power over the masses. That's what they're doing now. That's why they're trying to create division through these racist, Marxist programs that they're trying to implement in our school system. They've implemented in across the board in universities and in corporations. I mean, from sustainability to this critical race theory to the health, answers. It's all part of the same system. They're trying to control your every area of your life, your education, your entertainment, your political views, your where you live, what, they're trying to control everything about you. They've actually come out on mainstream magazines and said you will own nothing. Their intention is to bring this nation down so that they can strip you of all your private property, and then they can, oh yeah, here, we'll rent it back to you, and you know what, we'll give you a job or give you X amount of dollars to do this service. Yeah, this is what they've been doing from day one. This is their main strategy. Create a crisis and then come in with the solution that's going to benefit them, not you. You're going to, they're in their mind, and in the way they get it, make it work is they make you think what they're doing is going to be for your best good, your best good. That it's going to be good for you. That it's going to be a good thing. That it's good for the community, because they're always going to. The whole strategy of any Marxist socialist nation has always been what's good for the community. It doesn't mean if it's good for the individual, but what's good for the community. They frame it that way. So what? Then you look like the selfish one. This is what they've done with this whole crisis they've done in the last 2 years. If you question their narrative, or if you question their solutions, then you are the one that's being selfish. If you choose not to, you're the one that's being selfish. If you choose not to this, you're the one that's being selfish. You're the one that's killing Granny. This is the mentality, so that they can turn the masses on those people who are actually thinking for themselves. And if you are believing the mainstream news, I'm going to say it, you are a fool. You are a fool if you sit there and listen to the mainstream news and do not question their motives, question their information, question it. You are a fool. Because the mainstream news, whether it's CNN or Fox News or all in between, their main job is not to question the information coming from the power above, the White House or government. It is to package it and frame it in such a way that the people will believe it. That is what they're doing. They are nothing more than PR and marketers. They are not what the original press was supposed to be, the fourth estate, what branch of government, as they put it, to question and keep politicians accountable and keep these agencies accountable. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They are being used as an arm to propagate what the government wants to implement instead of questioning it. And they're using Hollywood to do it too. Hollywood. They get a few celebrities out there saying, come on, get it, I did. Then they've got their sheep following them and doing whatever they tell them to do. This is so far from what our founders implemented in the beginning. They want us to think for ourselves and never trust the government. Never trust the government. You send people up there to represent you. That's why this whole they've changed the concept in the American minds that we are a democracy. We're not a democracy. We are a republic. We are a republic. Democracy lends itself to the mob mentality. If you can get more people to believe this, then we'll implement that. Well, that's not what we are, because you know what? If you can brainwash or manipulate people's opinion, then you can convince them that this thing over here is best, And if you can convince the main people through deception, through marketing, through your twisting of facts, then you can pass anything you want. They've proved it. Prove it. Because people don't question whether it's true or not. They just believe it, hook, line, and sinker. Well, my friend said it, or this celebrity said it, or this, whoever is on my side said it, so it must be true, instead of questioning the narrative. And this is what is so sad, is that what we have learned in this last couple years is how few people actually question what they're being told. I'm telling you, and then the ones who do question it and do say something and raises issues, then they get demonized. This is like, this is craziness. But what I believe God's going to get the last laugh. God's going to get his say. And you know what he's doing? He is discrediting those people in Hollywood. He's discrediting those people in the mainstream news. He's pulling these people down. He's pulling this infrastructure down. He's pulling down these idols, the idols in Hollywood, the idols in the sports. He's pulling these things that have confused his people, that have taken the attention from what he wants accomplished. He is pulling them down. The sports industry is crumbling. It's never going to be what it was prior. It is not. Hollywood is crumbling. We're seeing one celebrity after another fall. We're seeing even religious leaders that dirt's coming out on them, that they were pushing things on behalf of people in power. You're going to see all these idols fall because God wants us to seek him. He is tired. This is what he does. He will do. He will let these idols all fall and expose themselves. And then he will say, turn back to me. Turn back to me. And that is what's happening, is that God's people, those who love him, are turning back to him. And those who do not, and those who are rebellious, he's going to give them over to their rebellious mind and their reprobate mind. He'll do it. But you know what? How long do you think it's going to last while we're watching pornographic images being taught to our elementary children and younger? Racism is being taught to our 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, or at such a young age through this critical race theory. They are teaching our children racism. They are not trying to help prevent it. They are actually fostering it and creating division. And they're teaching them at a very critical time of their life, when they suck up everything as truth. They don't have the ability to discern and separate truth from lies. And they are putting that kind of stuff in toys, in the manufacturing of toys and stories and all sorts of images and things like that, so that they just grow up on this. And that is what the enemy does. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He comes to divide and separate. And that's what he is doing through these Marxist propagandas and tools. These things are not new. They use them. They use the same structure, or I guess, what would you call it? Like a curriculum. They use the same curriculum in China, except instead of putting race in there, they put class. They can use this same curriculum in religion. Put a religion in there. They can use it because it is a curriculum to create division and bring a people to their knees so that these evil, wicked dictators can take control. They cannot take control of a nation who is one. They cannot take control of a nation that comes together in unity. So they have to create division and hate amongst the people so that they don't trust anything but just their own. And then they can divide and they can create hate. And this is what they've been doing for years now. And it is blatant in our face now. Between the demoralizing of people through this evil sex ed and this evil critical race theory, and through masking us up, and through, pointing fingers, those are the reason why you can't do this. They're the reasons why your granny's dying. This is This is evil, and we have to wake up to it. We have to wake up to it and turn from this evilness, and we need to stop listening to the talking heads who are just packaging what the people in power want you to believe. Get yourself out of that matrix. Step outside the matrix. Take the red pill. Decide to know the truth instead of being a fool for them. I'm telling you. So anyway, I was on my mind was just going this morning because I just get so aggravated because you have brilliant, intelligent people that check their brain at the door as soon as somebody on the news tells them something. I mean, this whole thing with the jab is crazy. I posted on my Facebook. I'm like, so if I was to get it, I can still catch it, and I still have to wear it. But if I don't get it, and somebody who got it catches it, then I can be blamed. That makes no sense whatsoever. So why on earth, if I can catch it, and I still have to wear the mask, then why would I even take it, especially if I've already been exposed? That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense whatsoever. Use your thinking caps. God gave us a brain on purpose to be able to think critically. Does this make sense? Does this make logical sense? Or they're just trying to say, well, I got the science, you shut up. No, I'm telling you, science in their hands can be manipulated. These data, these reports, these statistics can be manipulated and used according to what they're trying to push. Don't take it. Take it hook, line, and sinker. Question everything. Question everything. Question everything I'm saying. You question it. Truth does not mind being questioned, but lies hate being challenged. So I encourage you, question everything, no matter where it's coming from, whether it's coming from the pulpit, whether it's coming from DC, whether it's coming from Hollywood, whether it's come from your favorite news headline. Question everything. Alrighty, this is Suzy Q. Love you guys. Bye-bye.